You've been going to psychotherapy for a very long time, or you've been trying to heal by yourself and it's not working. No matter what you're doing, it's not working. It seems like the old patterns are coming back, and no matter whether you're trying to anchor it through your actions or you're just trying to mentally calculate what you should do on your daily basis, you have a perfect plan what you should do in order to improve your life, but it still doesn't working. Well, congratulations, you got into the trap of mental healing. And what does it mean to heal mentally? And isn't it the way how we should actually heal? Well, hello here, it's Sophie from Co-Awakened. Here we try to become awakened after narcissistic abuse and try to heal our inner child along the way. And one of the most crucial things that you should understand on your healing journey is that healing, any kind of healing, psychological healing I mean, should be done not just from a mental place, but from an emotional place as well. It means that in order to truly heal something that has been bothering you for years since your childhood, you need to include your emotions, and you should re-experience the feeling that you had when you got the trauma and actually let it go. And without it, no matter how many affirmations you will use, no matter how deep of the psychological work you will do, without emotions, nothing will be anchored truly in your reality. Nothing will change for real, because the way how you felt about your reality won't change a bit. But your emotions, your feelings are literally the blueprint of your reality. It's about the way how you feel about certain stuff, not about the way how you think it should work. So if, for example, you have this emotional feeling that you will be abandoned no matter what, so you will attract the events, the conditions where you will be always abandoned on your workplace, in your family life, like it doesn't matter. Because your first impression about your life is that no matter what you do, you will always feel abandoned. The only remedy from that is to actually relive the experience of abandonment that you had during your childhood, to actually come up with the resolution of how can you feel differently about it, what should have happened back then in your childhood memory that was very traumatic to you, to create this resolution in your imagination and to actually feel differently. And only then you can start to mentally change the belief systems that actually were created due to this childhood trauma, and then you will make a change for real. And since I'm a very practical person myself, and I used to be very mental for 30 years of my life, of course I will give you some examples. So imagine the situation where you have a core belief system that no matter what you do, your personality will be always smashed and destroyed, and your opinion won't be appreciated. So this core trauma may appear due to the fact that, for example, as a child, you had an experience where, for example, you attended kindergarten and you didn't want to go there at all, or daycare, and your parents made you go there all the time, and no matter how much you protested against that, nothing really changed. You have a trauma that my opinion doesn't matter. No matter how much I scream, no matter what I say, nothing will change. So it's some kind of a learned helplessness. In order to cope with that, since our mind always tries to make sense of everything that is happening around you, so it created this belief system that, yeah, my opinion doesn't matter. So how are we going to work around that? So first of all, we should heal the trauma. This is the foundation of this belief system, basically. To heal that, there are many approaches how you can heal that. I prefer to do completion process by Teal Swan, but you can really use any method that will help you to relieve the emotional experience that you had during your childhood when you were trying to scream to your parents that I don't want to go there, to this daycare. You should use your mind as a time machine. Go back into this memory. Relieve that. Feel all the heaviness, all of the desperation. Sit with that for a very long time. And then only when you start to feel this ease of pain in your body, you can actually start suggesting the resolution to this trauma, to this situation. Again, we have no limits in our imagination. So the solution for this problem may start with your parents actually listening to you and you don't go to daycare, or in your imagination you can take the fire gun and actually burn this kindergarten to the ground. So really, it depends on you, what feels right to you. So you create a resolution for this event, for this feeling, and for this feeling of desperation. But only when you completely felt through that, totally. And then you should start to feel different after you created this resolution. Usually you just feel lighter. you feel as if the huge burden was lifted off your shoulders. Like really, you feel an immense amount of relief. And if it's not happening, it means that you are not that deep, or you haven't achieved the true feeling state, or you haven't accepted your feeling state. Because oftentimes when we do healing, we try to do this healing only for the sake of being better. But this is not the approach that we should have. We should have an approach to just become better at feeling. It means that we should be embracing every feeling that we have, be that positive or negative. But I digress, sorry. So, and only after that, we should actually come back to working on your belief system. So right now, we kind of cleared the ground, the basic ground for your belief system, and now we can actually work on it. The only thing that you should get from this video is that you shouldn't be afraid of your emotions. Your emotions have a right to exist, and without them, the real healing is just not freaking possible. So if you are, just like me, who are very mental for many years of your life, going back to your feelings is your number one priority, no matter how hard or how scary it might feel. Without emotions, there is no real life. It's just a simulation without emotions, really. It's what computers do. They create simulation that can look perfectly, but there is no emotional baggage to it, and without it, it feels lifeless. So let's just live the real life rather than the simulation. If this video really helped you to understand something new, please like it, share this video with somebody who might benefit from watching it, and also subscribe to the channel because, again, I'm a small creator. It helps me tremendously. Stay emotional, stay available, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!